Greetings and welcome to this episode of Touhou Character Introduction, where we'll be discussing the unidentifiable nightmare herself, Nue Houjuu. Nue first appeared in Undefined Fantastic Object as the Stage 4 and 6 mid-boss, where she concealed herself within an orb of light until her form was revealed in the extra stage boss fight. She later appeared as the extra stage mid-boss in 10 Desires. Nue is quite mischievous by nature and as such enjoys playing tricks and pranking people. In fact, her whole involvement in Touhou 12 was a result of her planting the so-called seed of unknown form into one of the fragments necessary to bring back Byakuren as a prank, and thus screwing over both the protagonists and the antagonists of the game. Moreover, she's also quite sensitive about revealing her true form, which ties in with her ability, but we'll get to that in a bit. Also, she's one of the most feared and powerful yokai, having lived for over 800 years, which often leads to her looking down on others. That also means that she's been through a lot during her lifespan, having terrorized humans for hundreds of years. But at some point she was defeated and sealed underground. However, thanks to the events of subterranean animism, the seal was broken and she was released into the world. Then, after losing again to the protagonists in Undefined Fantastic Object, she was allowed to live and train at Maioren Temple. When it comes to her ability, Nue lives up to what you'd expect from a yokai, as it represents humanity's greatest fear, and the one that all others stem from. That being, of course, the fear of the unknown. For you see, Nue possesses the terrifying ability of making objects unidentifiable by concealing their nature and unique characteristics. She can also use this power to create specific illusions by concealing only certain traits of an object. Furthermore, she is also one of the few people in Gensokyo that are in contact with the outside world, something that only the strongest of yokai can do. And also Sumireko, but she's an outlier, so I don't really think she should count. In terms of relationships with other characters, Nue is a rather distant person and as such isn't particularly close with anyone, the sole exception being her one friend and trusted ally, Mamizu. I guess you could also consider Byakuren a friend of hers for letting her stay in the temple, but let's be honest here, the only reason she did so was because she was too kind to just leave her alone. I mean, there's a reason why fans call Byakuren Yokai Jesus. And lastly, though this isn't really substantial, to other yokai, Murasa and Ichirin seem to know Nue prior to her leaving the temple. But that isn't all that surprising when you consider the fact that they've all lived for hundreds of years. Nue is a rather beloved character, which is to be expected considering she's an extra stage boss and has a natural air of mystery surrounding her. Well, with that said, if you enjoy this sort of content, please check out the video currently on your screen, subscribe for more and leave a comment telling me which character you'd like me to talk about next. Have a good one.